Hello, my name is Mike Williams, and I serve as president of MW Supply Incorporated. For over 20 years, MW Supply has provided quality cargo control and material handling solutions to some of our nation's best fleets. As our namesakes might attest, 1-800-LOAD-BAR and loadbar.com, we're first known for our load bars, or load locks, or some folks call them cargo bars. What we're going to talk about today is two questions that we hear a lot in this industry, and that is number one, why have load lock bars become so cheaply built and replaceable? And number two, how do I reverse or stop the trend of breaking and replacing load lock bars?
There are three primary components to a load bar. First, there are the rubber booted feet that press against the walls of the trailer to hold the load bar in place. Second is the base steel tubing of the bar that provides the length and strength of the load bar. And last, and most importantly, is the rack and pinion mechanism that represents the moving parts of the load bar and provides the gear action that presses the feet towards the trailer's walls. The original load lock bar was the result of a patented rack and pinion design that incorporated precision-engineered brass parts for superior performance. Of course, it retailed for about $85. Once the patent for the original load lock bar was expired, the market was flooded with inferior imported knockoffs. Today, over 20 years later, we can still see the characteristics of those cheap copies. Thin rubber booted feet that provide inadequate friction and often peel off the base plate. Thin tubing or even conduit is used for some load bars, resulting in easily bent load lock bars, resulting in damage. Last but most importantly are the cheap cast mechanisms. A load bar's rack and pinion mechanism represents the moving parts of the load lock bar, and a cracked or broken mechanism renders the load lock bar useless. Today we'd like to show you how new patented load bar design addresses these weak points for longer life and protected freight. Let's compare the differences. First, the new MW load bar features larger rubber boots for better performance and longer life. The suction cup design also provides better friction when securing your valuable freight. Second, the new MW load bar provides a true steel tube, not cheap conduit like some brands. This can provide up to 30% more strength. Third, and most importantly, the rack and pinion mechanism. The new MW load bar only uses steel parts, no cast parts, which are very temperature and impact sensitive. Note the steel construction of the housing, which not only adds more strength but enables a better Allen screw position to more effectively lock the mechanism onto the base tube. Also note the steel gear, which features deeper teeth for better locking capacity and fewer slips. So how does a true steel mechanism outperform a cast mechanism? For comparison, we took these two load bar mechanisms, the standard variety and the new MW load bar mechanism, and froze them both at 28 degrees. Then we simply dropped them on a cement warehouse floor to simulate the harsh conditions these bars see. The cast housing shatters upon impact. You can see inside the broken mechanism why cast parts are not made for cold temperatures and impact. Note the little air pockets and chambers within the cast aluminum. By comparison, the new MW load bar simply spins upon impact. Just for grins, we thought we'd go a little overkill, so we dropped the mechanism from 25 foot, not once, not twice, but 20 times, just to see how it would respond. No deflections and no breakage. So back to the questions. Why have load lock bars become so cheaply built and replaceable? Cheaper designs with inferior components provided short-term savings and long-term headaches. Number two, how do I reduce the trend of breaking and replacing load bars? By replacing inferior designs with the new MW load bar, which features superior feet, superior steel tubing, and superior steel mechanisms for a better performing and longer lasting load bar.